Bill Gates is the principal co-founder of Microsoft Corporation, the world's largest personal computer software company, and one of the largest and most influential technology companies in the world. Since he stepped down as chairman of Microsoft Corporation, he has focused on and contributed billions of dollars to several charities, especially the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the world's largest private charitable foundation. Early life. Bill Gates, William Henry Gates III, was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington, the son of William H. Gates Sr., an attorney, and Mary Maxwell, a businesswoman and bank executive who served on the University of Washington Board of Regents from 1975 to 1993. He has two sisters. Gates wrote his first software program at 13, and in high school was part of a group, which also included childhood friend Paul Allen, that computerized their school's payroll system and developed TrafoData, a traffic counting system that they sold to local governments. Gates and Allen wanted to start their own company immediately, but Gates' parents wanted him to finish high school and go on to college, hoping he eventually would become a lawyer. In 1975, Gates, then a sophomore at Harvard University in Boston, Massachusetts, joined Allen, who was working as a programmer for Honeywell near Boston, to write software for the first microcomputers, later called PCs. They started by adapting BASIC, a popular programming language for large computers. Microsoft. With the success of this project, Gates left Harvard during his junior year and, with Allen, moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, planning to develop software for the newly emerging personal computer market. In 1975, they started what Allen named Microsoft by combining micro from microcomputers and soft from software. The hyphen later was dropped. In 1979, they moved the company to Bellevue, Washington, just east of Seattle. Bill Gates with Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen. Doug Wilson/Corbis Historical/Getty Images. Microsoft became famous for its computer operating systems and killer business deals. In 1980, Gates and Allen licensed an operating system called MS-DOS to IBM, at the time the world's largest computer maker, for its first microcomputer, the IBM PC. They were smart enough to retain the right to license the operating system to other companies, which eventually made them a fortune. Finding success. By 1983, the year Allen left the company for health reasons, Microsoft's reach had become global with offices in Great Britain and Japan and 30% of the world's computers running on its software. A few years earlier, Gates had developed a partnership with Apple to work on some shared projects. Gates soon realized that Apple's graphics interface, which displayed text and images on the screen, and was driven by a mouse, appealed to the average user more than Microsoft's text and keyboard-driven MS-DOS system. He launched an ad campaign claiming that Microsoft was developing an operating system that would use a graphic interface similar to Apple's products. Called Windows, it would be compatible with all MS-DOS system software. The announcement was a bluff. Microsoft had no such program under development, but it was sheer genius as a marketing tactic. It would encourage people using MS-DOS to wait for new Windows software releases instead of changing to another system, such as Apple's Macintosh. Bill Gates in 1985, the year the first Windows operating system was launched. Deborah Feingold/Corbis Historical/Getty Images. In November 1985, nearly 2 years after his announcement, Gates and Microsoft launched Windows. Then, in 1989, Microsoft launched Microsoft Office, which bundled Office applications such as Microsoft Word and Excel into one system. Perils of success. All the while, Gates was defending Microsoft against lawsuits and Federal Trade Commission and Department of Justice investigations of claims charging unfair dealings with computer manufacturers. Yet the innovation continued. Windows 95 was launched in 1995, and in 2001 Microsoft debuted the original Xbox gaming system. Microsoft appeared untouchable. In 2000, Gates stepped down as Microsoft CEO and was succeeded by Harvard friend and longtime Microsoft executive Steve Ballmer. Gates assumed the new role of chief software architect. In 2008, Gates left his daily job at Microsoft, but retained his position as board chairman until 2014, when he stepped down as chairman, but retained a board seat and began serving as technology advisor. Marriage and family. On January 1, 1994, Gates married Melinda French, who has an MBA and a bachelor's degree in computer science, and met him while she was working at Microsoft. They have 3 children, Jennifer, Rory, and Phoebe, and live in Xanadu 2.0, a 66,000 square foot mansion overlooking Lake Washington in Medina, Washington. Philanthropy. Gates and his wife founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation with the mission of improving the quality of life for people around the world, primarily in the areas of global health and learning. Their initiatives have ranged from funding tuition for 20,000 college students to installing 47,000 computers in 11,000 libraries in all 50 states. In 2005, Bill and Melinda Gates and rock star Bono were named Time Magazine Persons of the Year for their charitable work. In 2016, President Obama awarded both Bill and Melinda Gates the Presidential Medal of Freedom for their foundation's charitable work. Chip Somodevilla/Getty Images. According to the foundation's website, in 2019, the foundation had made nearly $65 million in grants by mid-April to recipients around the world. The foundation is led by CEO Sue Desmond-Hellman and co-chair William H. Gates Sr., under the direction of Bill and Melinda Gates and Warren Buffett. Legacy. Back when Bill Gates and Paul Allen announced their intention to put a computer in every home and on every desktop, most people scoffed. Until then, only the government and large corporations could afford computers. But within only a few decades, Gates and Microsoft had indeed brought computer power to the people. Gates also has had an impact on millions of people throughout the world with his charitable efforts, especially with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and he has made large personal donations to a number of educational institutions.